Okay, day one Redfest. I'm here with LaFontaines. How are you?
We're very good. We've just finished playing and we're very, very tired at this point in time. But we're sitting in the nice damp grass. So.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, we kind of thought it was going to be an absolute washout. We played here last year and the exact same thing happened. Like thunderstorms, we had to all hold a tent down at one point, and then as soon as we went on stage, thankfully the weather
brought the sun.
It's so grassy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's alright.
But no, it was great. It was a very, very good crowd today. I appreciate them standing in the rain and seeing our band again, and it was brilliant and a good time.
I was quite worried for you because I came up to see you when you were playing, and at first people with their umbrellas looking a bit soggy and grumpy, and then as soon as you started playing they kind of started doing this, and I was like, thank God.
Well, it's like we always try and have an element of fun, an element of fun rather, in our shows, and we have a good time playing it, so usually it transcends to the crowd, you know, and yeah, today was another good example of that, I suppose.
Yeah. So you've never had a crowd that you haven't been able to win over? You always managed to do it?
Not yet.
Nah, not yet, man. No, I don't want to touch grass, I don't want to cuss that, but not yet, no. Everything seems to have a good time.
Good. Now, I was watching an interview you did at Tea in the Park, and you were saying how much you hate people in vests, ones that say "yeah boy" and stuff like that. Have you spotted any today?
It was so warm before all the storm that actually all the vests were just left behind. It's been a tap-saff affair. Nobody's had clothes on the whole day.
Oh.
A lot of muscular folk in Surrey.
Totally. I see.
Geordie Shore, didn't know you.
I did.
Yeah, look at these guns. Look, that's about.
You are ripped.
Thanks.
Harsh. Bit far. And I seen one guy in a vest that said "yeah bro" or whatever it said.
Yeah.
So we got him evicted.
I saw somebody with a vest that said "cocktails" and an arrow pointing down the way.
Oh, no.
I just wanted to kill myself straight away after seeing that. But.
Cocktails, terrible.
What must their parents say as well when they...
Wanker. My son is an
wank.
absolute wank piece.
What's the most questionable fashion item you guys own?
I really like outrageous jackets.
Yeah.
And I think I try and pull them off, and I definitely don't, but I really like the colours.
It's all about the confidence though, isn't it?
It's the way you portray yourself, and I feel that I pull it off. I might not, but also I'm rocking shorts today, and I do not have the legs for shorts, man. I've got like sparrow legs.
No calves there, no muscular calves.
Don't be fooled. These are strong
The
boys.
comparison. The same, exactly the same.
But no, probably my shorts are pretty bad. Finlay, our guitarist, he wears cargo shorts, which have not been in fashion since 1994.
Are they the 3/4 length cargo shorts?
Loads of drawstrings on them and
Oh no, like millets. Camping gear.
18 pockets on them.
Oh, terrible. Like he's fishing.
He needs to get a fleecy next, doesn't he?
Terrible.
Finish it off.
Terrible.
So I want to talk about bands and their style that influence you. Are there any bands when you were younger growing up that you actually wore what they wore because you thought they were cool?
I grew up on The Doors and Nirvana and John Denver.
Quite a mixture, that, isn't it?
So I've been quite unfortunate. Didn't know what direction to go in. So no, it's never really been related to what we do now. It's quite a broad mix we have generally.
I think we're 5 very different people who just so happen to, in the same time, kind of agree with a lot of the same things, but we're like a big melting pot of a band. And I think that again is the attire that we wear is probably a bit different. It's myself and John.
You can see that, you're demonstrating that quite well.
But look how much of a unit we still look at the same time.
Yeah, still cuddles.
Brothers. So yeah, I think that's the same with style as well. We just kind of like do our own thing.
What about when you have to work with stylists? Have you had that yet? Not yet.
We don't. That's not allowed in our band.
Never, even like front cover of Enemy or something.
We did do an older music video. We're all kind of tied, not wearing the same clothes, but we're all wearing the same muted hues or whatever, and
Tonal.
we just looked daft. We didn't.
Doesn't feel right, man. We need to be ourselves, I think.
So true.
Yes. Stay true.
Oh, that sounded cheesy, didn't it?
It was.
Daz can wear his caftan.
Now, who was it who got 3 points on their licence for jamming too hard to their own album?
That was me.
Was it?
Yeah, I also spent about 40 quid in fuel.
Oh.
We got our album, we recorded our album we just finished about 2 weeks ago recording our album, and we got the masters back the other night. and I was very excited when I got it through.
So you should be.
I put it in my system, in my ride, and I cruised the mean streets of Glasgow and Motherwell, and I was going a bit too fast, playing one of these brilliant new songs, and I get pulled. And I tried to explain to the officer what had happened. I had absolutely no care, didn't care one bit, and I got 3 points and a little fine as well.
So you'll never forget that day now, will you?
I won't. In fairness, I wouldn't have forgot it if I'd not got the fine. It would have still been better. But I had a great time. I'm very, very proud of the music that we just made for an album. So I don't really care what happened there. And fuck the post.
It was actually at Redfest last year. I watched the interview earlier, and you said you found your sound by that point last year, that you were mature and you knew where you were going with it. Now, do you think even more so you've nailed it?
No, we've lost it. We've lost the way completely.
It all went wrong after Redfest.
After last Redfest.
Since this interview, I've just lost my way.
We're not going to start wearing the same clothes again.
But yeah, I do. I think it's a really good. It was a good point you picked up on, and I agree with that totally. I think we've got older as people anyway, we've matured as people, and I think the music, the songwriting is certainly a reflection of that. I think we're a band now that have made their wee mistakes and what to do and what not to do, and we've certainly found our lane, and I'm very happy with what lane we're in. So
the fast lane.
Apart from my shorts, if I can just sort these bloody legs out.
You hit the gym, don't you?
Man, I go.
Oh, all right.
Let me squat. I'll squat you.
It's all top heavy. It's all vanity.
Aye, that's it.
No leg day.
But move on.
Do you guys work out when you're on tour together? Do you have a little session before you go on stage?
We took weights with us last time.
We did.
As you can see, it worked. It paid off.
We just seem to lose it when we come off tour. No, yeah, man. See, seriously, the amount of we like a drink, and the amount that we have to drink, we have to kind of work off the old.
Yeah, it goes straight to the gut, doesn't it?
So we have to do a wee. John's just took up boxing back home as well.
So he's
a pretty fit, punchable guy. Like,
that's harsh now.
Guy.
Punchable. Top punching guy.
Top punching guy.
Fucking punchable.
Sorry, top punchable.
Oh, look at that face. How could he be punchable?
I know.
That's why I took it up. I know nobody's going to hit me.
That's why I hit them.
No, you're the boxing punchable guy in the band. What does this guy bring to the band? Nout.
So harsh. Styles. Shots. I don't know. I can't answer.
Here's the enthusiasm bringer.
Okay.
I'm quite a placid character, apart from the boxing. and I just wouldn't get out of bed unless people like Kerr existed.
Are you one of those annoyingly fresh people in the morning that like, guys?
No, I just like to try and see the sunny side of things.
Got that kind of Americanised, positive mental
Let's
attitude
go!
Kind of thing.
I absolutely love what we do. I think what we do is brilliant. I think the boys are all very good at what they do as well, and I think we should just show it. So I like
good attitude.
Like doing it, you know.
Yeah. Did you get that American attitude from being in America early in the year, or? You see, learn from the best.
No, America was amazing. Like America was. We went out for a thing called Scotland Week, which I think we collectively thought there'd be about 5 people there. And us. It totally just us. And there was like literally thousands of all these black guys. I'm one-eyed Scarish. I don't think you are, mate, but that's fair enough. All right. So we done that, and that was brilliant. We played Central Park, which was a bit of a bucket list thing. And we just had a really good time. We annoyed Daniel Craig. That was pretty cool. That made
Tell me all about that.
I'll get steaming.
We just played a gig in Mercury Lounge, which was a pretty cool venue in America, in New York rather. And basically the guy wanted to thank us and take us out for a dinner. Took us to this. Well, this is actually, by the way, the prelude to this is we met a Mexican cartel gang.
That was cool.
And we brought them along with us to this plush.
They'd come down from Canada to buy a pair of jeans in New York. They all wanted the same jeans because they were this gang.
They actually were a gang as well. They were the coolest Mexicans I've ever, well, the only Mexicans I've ever met in my life, but they were really, really cool. And we took them to this big plush hotel where Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz were having their dinner. We bounced in, absolutely ripped the free steaks and champagne and beer, and Daniel Craig was sitting in the corner, and in our drunken mess, myself, John and Jamie went up and asked Daniel Craig for a picture, which was an innocent enough question. And he said no, so we persisted. He told us to fuck off, and then we went back to our table and 30 people started singing Skyfall, and we got evicted. and that made page 3 of the bloody Sun.
It works.
It worked.
The steaks were nice as well.
The steaks were lovely. And we
Medium rare?
Medium rare. What's the point of having a steak if it's not medium rare?
Thank you. You don't want leather, do you?
You do not.
Yeah.
Don't cook it. Don't kill the cow for that. And it was great, man. New York was brilliant. Darren and Jamie were in the club with Lindsay Lohan. President Obama was in her hotel. Actual true story.
With Lindsay.
Not with Lindsay. She was banished by that point. And who else? Man, what was he? Crazy people.
Dre's producer.
Oh, Just Blaze. Jay-Z's producer. We had a good time, man. We done it well. We done it well.
You
Yeah.
have to get back there pronto, don't you?
I think we're going to go back. So, cool.
Okay.
If anyone's got to give us a free flight, we will take it.
Oh. If you could fight anyone, who would you fight? That's a good question.
No, I can fight anyone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
4 weeks too.
Okay, if you could fight another band on the lineup today.
I'm going straight for that young KO mob.
Just because they're carrying their gear, don't
Aye. Just 'cause
I think
they were
if you
on
drop
after us.
kicked him while he was carrying a bass cab, it'd be an absolute canter. Once they're done, you can just stick the boot in. Dishonourably, you didn't say beat them with honour, you just said who would you go for. That's who I'd go for.
Just because you're the first people I see, they're a very nice bunch actually.
Aye, that's it, they're maybe too nice.
They're too nice. They're too nice, those guys.
Aggravatingly nice. Yeah.
Too good and too nice.
They wouldn't hit you back.
That's it.
Bonus.
Yes.
Liberty takers.
Do you worry? No,
Aye.
I think I'm gradually moving on. We haven't really been paying
Come in.
attention.
It's just going to be me.
This is a bit of like a one-man show for yourself here. This is good that you can film and do
I just don't have any friends.
Have you got like a YouTube channel, you juggling and all that?
I should though.
I should. Can you juggle?
No. I was going to say I can juggle with one ball, but that's not juggling, is it? No, that's just throwing a ball. Fondling a ball. Let's end this on a really cool question that you've never gotten asked. What do you wish interviewers would ask you that they never ask you?
It's amazing, we talk about this all the time.
Okay, I'll ask you anything you like.
Cool. You're probably better at this than me, man.
You're too tired to think, aren't you? Over it.
If an interviewer could ask us any question, we're like, well, I always kind of would you rather questions.
Mine are really gross, though. Are you
Yours are good though. Like any of yours are good. Tell her and she'll ask us.
I mean, put me on the spot now. Would you rather have iPhones for hands, knowing that you'd need to use your nose to navigate it the whole time? Maybe one iPhone. Oh no, because then you'd have another hand.
Easy.
2 iPhones, right? Yeah. 2 iPhones for hands, and you need to do all that. Or have a shite for a tongue.
Is it a wet shite or is it?
It's going to be wet because it's in your mouth, but it's your shite.
Does it taste like poop? Mm-hmm. How do you know?
I don't know what your taste.
I think I've got quite a
Good nose.
what do you call it?
Oh no, but don't get me wrong. See if your tongue was a shite, you'd be tasting it, but it would be your tongue, so you wouldn't mind. Like when you get
You'd
back.
be used to it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, nobody else would though. They would see you've got a jobby hanging at your mouth and they'd be like, ooh, a weird woman with a jobby mouth.
I definitely iPhone.
But opening doors and all
Here's
that.
the question though: are you paying 2 tariffs?
Hey, that's a real question, isn't it?
Because nobody wants to be paying double bills.
Pay as you grow.
Good. Can we do a gross one to end it though? We got to do.
Smoothie.
Yo, let's wrap it now.
He wants to leave immediately. On that lovely note, LaFontaines. Yay.
Thank you for having us.
Are you really thankful?
Vital.